guys, what's up? It's me, Katie. Welcome back to my quarantine baking show. Today we are making the most amazing low-carb bagels. They are keto. I have tried to do keto a little bit in this quarantine. So yeah, these are the best bagels ever. What you're gonna need is some mozzarella cheese, some blanched almond flour, make sure it's blanched, cream cheese, and also some baking powder. Make sure it is newer and hasn't been sitting in your pantry for that long, and then some eggs. Today, by the way, I am doubling the recipe of the bagels because I like to make as much as I can because they are so good, but I will leave the recipe, of course, down in the description. But now to start the bagels, I am cracking 4 eggs into a separate bowl, and then I'm going to whisk them together and put it off to the side. By the way, you're gonna need 3 separate bowls or cups to mix everything in, and then we're gonna mix it all together at the end, and it will come together beautifully, you will see. So now in a separate bowl, we are doing our almond flour. So you are going to need, for a double batch, 3 cups of almond flour. And as you can see, I am not very good at pouring it, but it all comes together, I promise. In the same bowl, I am pouring in 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Now whisk the 2 together and put it off to the side for later. Next up, my favorite part, the mozzarella cheese. We are putting in 5 cups of cheese, which is crazy, but I love cheese, so it's okay. Now putting some more cheese in the cheese bowl, we are taking 4 ounces of cream cheese, and then we are going to put that whole bowl in the microwave for 1 minute. As soon as the bowl comes out of the microwave, you need to take it out, stir it thoroughly, and then put it back in for 1 more minute. Since I am doing a double batch though, I might need to microwave it a little more to make sure all of the cheese is melted, but usually you are going to microwave it for 1 minute, stir it like I am right now, and then put it back in the microwave for 1 more minute. But again, if your cheese is not melted, microwave it a little more before adding your other ingredients. So the recipe says you really want to combine your other ingredients in the other bowls at the same time, so you might want to get someone to help you, but you want to make sure your cheese is pretty much melted and still hot when you add your other ingredients so it all combines very well together. You can do this by yourself though, the recipe just says to do it quickly so your cheese doesn't get cold. As you just saw, I added the 4 eggs, and then I'm going to mix it a little bit and add my almond flour and baking powder. Now I am thoroughly mixing everything together until I get a dough-like consistency. If you followed all the directions correctly, your dough should look like this, and we are going to pop it in the fridge for 30 minutes to an hour. I know it's a long time, but these bagels are worth the wait. This step makes it so much easier to form the bagels because it really combines every ingredient and it makes them colder, of course, so they're easier to work with. And especially because I made a double batch, there's so much more dough, so it really needs to get cold to form together so it's not super sticky when you're trying to make these bagels. So now to make these beautiful bagels, I am grabbing some dough and I am rolling it into like a snake, and then I'm going to connect the ends. But on the second sheet of bagels, I kind of found an easier way of doing it, and I will show you that in 2 seconds. Okay, that wasn't 2 seconds. Sorry, I lied. Anyway, this is like the easier way to do it. I mean, you can make a snake and connect it if that's fun, but this is way, way, way faster. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna just plop one down and then make a hole in the middle with your finger. Honestly, sometimes the bagels spread and cover the hole anyway, so you might just wanna make them without the hole. It is totally up to you. You can also probably make your bagels a little smaller and make more, and they might not spread as much as mine do, and you might still have a hole. I don't know. It doesn't really matter in the long run. So now I am putting some egg wash on my bagels because I am putting everything bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's on top, and the egg wash helps it stick. So yeah, this is the best topping for these bagels ever. You guys need to try it. So I'm going to be putting a generous layer on all of my bagels and then popping them into the oven. These bagels look so pretty and so good, but just wait till they come out of the oven. I preheated my oven to 400 degrees, and then we are plopping those guys in for 10 to 14 minutes, but I usually take them out around 12 minutes.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
And just like that, they are a beautiful golden brown color and they are ready to come out of the oven. Guys, look at these bagels. They look so yummy and I cannot wait to eat them. Like I've said many times in this video, these are the best bagels ever. And if you recreate this recipe, be sure to tag me on all the socials. Also follow all my socials. They'll be linked in the description down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let me know what videos you want to see next. I love you all so, so much and I will see you next time. Bye, my Skaties. Mwah.